Hi, boys and girls. It's Shane, and sometimes I make a mistake. I was working on painting the captain's log, which is going to replace the guest book in my B&B, and it seems like I may have forgotten the T. So I think I've got a way to fix this, though. Now, of course, I thought about trying to repaint it, maybe paint over it, or trying to remove the paint. And sometimes those kinds of options exist. And that's the nature of wanting to get rid of the things that are imperfect. But instead, maybe we can come up with a way to make this feel more like it belongs in a pirate ship that's seen some action. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's take this knife and come down this way. And this may not work out, just like lots of other things in life. Sometimes the things we do work out. Sometimes the things we do don't work out. And that's okay. I'm just going to kind of flex this a little bit. Yeah, we're going to create some damage there. Okay, so now we got some cardboard showing through. Kind of in between the leather. There's kind of I don't know if that's real leather or not. Okay, now let's change the shape this way. And if I mess this up from here, I can always just buy another one and it'll be okay. I want it to be enough that we get the feel of what I wanted it to say, but not so much that we lose it completely. And life is this way. Sometimes you can try to get rid of all your mistakes and you can just try to remove them all. Or you can let your mistakes become things that flavor you and make you who you are. They can become things that are distinctive about you in the future. The damage that was done already happened from whatever mistake it was. You've already felt the pain. It's already sucked if it's going to suck, so to speak. Now it's a matter of figuring out, okay, well, where do I go from here? How do I live going forward, being the best me that I can be in light of the things that have happened? I think if we think that way, we probably come out to much better solutions than trying to get to a point where nothing bad happens to us and we live a life as though nothing bad had happened. All right, so now we've gotten rid of most of that. Let's do that part now. Just having that one mark isn't going to be enough, so we're going to bring out some damage in some other areas too. And we're probably going to cut into this to where we can see the first page where we have the Wi-Fi. So let's cut some more here. Not all of them are going to be as big. Not all of them are going to be right on that edge. And we'll come back with some scissors in a minute and take this out. But have you ever had anything in your life that left a mark? And you sometimes wish that nobody could ever see that mark, nobody could ever see your mistake. I mean, I would have preferred in many ways to have never forgotten to put the T on this. It certainly would have been easier. But it's happened. So I don't have to pretend it didn't. There's no like gold star for doing life without messing up. You know, nobody's going to show up and say, Shane, way to go. You made this captain's log perfect without messing up. Here's a gold star. You're super special. Nobody's going to do that. It's never going to happen. So I might as well go with what I can. And this isn't a very sharp knife. I've kind of got the tip broken off and everything. Didn't really want to sharpen because I don't want to accidentally go through all the way here. We'll make another big spot over this way. Something like that. Yeah, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. And this is going to just add a little character, a little pizzazz to this. It'll sit right there in my pirate shelf ship or pirate Airbnb galley, and guests will come in, and for the next couple of years, people will sign into this and they'll handle it, and they're going to be able to feel the texture in their hand of all this. And I guarantee you, I'm going to have people talk about how cool this was that it was worn and torn up, and instead of, like, it's just going to add a small amount of aesthetic to this that's fun and random and neat, and people like it. And sometimes people will like and enjoy the things that you have from your past as well, if you just let them. And people can learn from our mistakes too that way, so maybe somebody can avoid making a mistake that you faced. And I know next time one of you goes to make an Airbnb logbook that spells captain, you're not going to forget the T like I did. That's for sure. You're going to be like, well, I'm not going to make that mistake. So if my mess up can help you to do better, then that's a good thing as well, right? Right now I want to cut through to get to the paper layers on some of this and see how that starts to look. This is going to be a captain's log fit for a fine pirate ship, isn't it? So I don't want to get rid of all the brown. I don't want it to be too straight. I want it to have some curve to it. I also don't want it to be even on the brown. So the cardboard that's showing through, I'm going to try to make it to where the amount of cardboard showing varies. And we'll fray that up some here in just a little bit too. That's not bad at all, is it? Creating some three-dimensional effects. That's a lot more fun and a lot faster than trying to paint over all that and rework it, wasn't it? Will I be totally happy with this? I don't know yet. Do I need to be totally happy with it? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. But I do think I need to bring a little bit more out of that right there. I'd like to get down to where we can see some of the gold writing that I put into it coming through. There we go. That's getting to be pretty good. Let's got these pliers here. I'm going to try to grab a hold of some of this and give it a little bit of a twist off there. Yeah. I'll squeeze and bend and make some marks. This has been an old captain's log in a pirate ship for years and years. There's this a good crease. Who knows what troubles it's seen, perhaps even battles. There we go. Now we need to do some damage over here of some kind. Let's maybe just dig into it with my knife a little bit and crimp some on it. Yeah. Okay. That almost looks like teeth marks there. That's kind of cool. Maybe there was a vampire and pirate fighting. One of them got bit. There we go. Now let's add some smears to it of some sort. There we go. Yeah. That looks nice. Just a little bit less perfect than where we started. What do you think, boys and girls? Is that better than when we started? Did I make it better or worse? What do you think? Would you be happy to sign this guest book if you were staying at our pirate house? And now you can't really tell I misspelled it.